an MP, not a member of Parliament, but a professor of mythology. I'm also the owner of a very, very old house in England. Long before it came into my possession, it was a tourist attraction because of its great age and a belief that it was haunted. A few weeks ago, by persuasion of a charitable group in London that provides country vacations for city children, I took into my possession 4 youngsters. Their names are Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, and in a descending order of ages. They appear to be nice youngsters, except for maybe... Oh well, I mustn't prejudge them. Oh yes, about this old, rambling house. It was, I once believe, among the stately homes of England, which is in quotes. It does have some peculiarities, and if I should be a leading, breathing dryad or nymph, or working in my garden, I'd be more pleased and astonished. Now, I'd like you to meet my young guests. Hello, Professor.
Hello.
Good afternoon, my friends. Is everything all right?
Fine, sir. Thank you. Is there any table tennis equipment, sir? So much better than playing cards.
Oh, Edmund, stop complaining. We don't have table tennis at home either. We can make do with what we have.
I am sorry, but we weren't given much notice of your visit. We had little chance to stock up. But I think you'll find other interesting things here.
Oh, I'm sure we will, Professor. It's a wonderful house.
Is it really haunted?
Haunted?
That was a legitimate question, Ed. There are legends and rumors about all these old mansions. Right, sir?
Right, Peter. It's a difficult question to answer, Susan. I don't think so, in the accepted meaning of the word haunted. However, any house such as this one, full of secret passageways, many nooks and crannies with a somewhat violent history of the Roundheads, you know, well, it's bound to acquire a certain flavor of mystery. Frankly, I have an open mind about it. May I ask what brought the question up? Have you seen or heard anything unusual?
No, sir.
Nope.
No, but the house has kind of a funny feeling.
Oh, please let me know if you meet any ghosts. Also, please remember that Mrs. McCready often shows guests through the house, and though she's a dear and she cares for me well, she isn't too fond of children. So if she does come your way leading a party of guests, could you please,
Scram?
I guess that's about right.
We will, sir.
There are lots of places to hide.
Oh no, you needn't hide.
We understand.
Does she charge a fee for showing people about?
Oh, a little.
I bet she keeps some of the money.
Oh, Edmund, lay off. I hope to see you all at dinner. It's at 7, you know. It's good to have you all with me. It brightens things up. I do hope you'll be happy here. Good night.
Good night, Professor.
How did I get out here? I only stepped into the closet. This is a queer place for a lamppost, right on the edge of the forest. Maybe I'd better go back. It's so cold. Good evening.
Oh. Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome, I'm sure.
Excuse me. I don't want to seem inquisitive, but
Aren't you a daughter of Eve?
I don't think so. My mother's name is Lucy, and my name is Lucy too.
But you're, forgive me, you're what they call a girl.
Of course I'm a girl. And you're a...
I'm a fox with a deal. I'm with a W and a little deer. Of course, if I might be so bold, you seem to be a little deer too, so... I'm sorry. I was just joking. Moms can't help being married. My name is Thomas.
How do you do, Mr. Thomas?
Home is you and me, but I've never met a daughter of Eve before, or a son of Adam. May I ask how you come to the land of Narnia?
Narnia? What's Narnia?
This is Narnia, where we are. All that lies between the lamppost and the great castle of Treparavel of the Eastern Sea. And you have come from the wild woods of the West?
No, I got into the wardrobe in the spare room.
I had only worked hard at geography when I was a little fun. I should no doubt know about those strange countries. Too late now.
But they aren't strange countries at all. It's just back there, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, it's warm back there. It's summer.
And it's winter in Narnia. It's always winter in Narnia. Ever since, and always will be, unless maybe...
Unless what, Mr. Thomas?
Look, daughter, please. From the city of wardrobe and the land of spare room, have a come to my house for a nice hot cup of tea.
It sounds very nice, but I'm afraid I must be getting back, thank you.
Oh, please come. It's just around the corner. We have so much to talk about.
Yes, and I have a lot of questions to ask. First, thought you're crying. Did I say something?
Oh, no, just that I'm such a bad fawn.
You're not a bad one at all. I think you're the nicest fawn I ever met.
You wouldn't say that if you knew.
Knew what, Mr. Thomas?
I'm a spawn. I'm in the care of the white witch. Oh, I'm so wicked.
Who is the White Witch?
Not so loud, Darby. She has spies everywhere. You see, Jadis, that's her name. The White Witch has all Narnia under her spell. It's she who makes it always winter, but never Christmas.
I see. But why do you think you're so bad?
I'm one of her kidnappers. That's why. Look at me, Darby. Do I look like the kind of fawn who would meet a little child in the woods, pretend to be friendly, and then lure it to my house for tea?
And when it falls asleep, you turn the child over to the White Witch? I simply don't believe it.
But it's true. Of course, I've never done it. You're the first human I've ever met.
Are you going to kidnap me?
Shh. No, but let's keep our voices down. Even some of the trees are for spies. If only Aslan.
Aslan? What's...
No, please, not here, not anywhere. It just looked out. Please promise me you'll forget I ever said it.
All right. It's an easy promise because Aslan is such a peculiar...
No, please. Don't you have to go home?
Yes, I believe I must. I'm very glad I met you, Mr. Thomas.
And you, darling. Can you find your way from here?
I think so. Thank you.
Can I keep the handkerchief?
Of course you may.
Did I say can? I didn't may. And thank you.
You're quite welcome. Well, I'm back.
Back? What do you mean, back? You haven't been anywhere. Unless you've been in the wardrobe. Phew. Oh boy. Listen to him in mothball.
Well, I certainly have been away. And furthermore, did you know that you can go through that wardrobe, through all the coats and furs, and be in Narnia, the land of the White Witch?
Wow, what a whopper. Honey, are you sure you didn't go into the wardrobe and fall asleep?
Of course I'm sure as can be. And in Narnia, it's always winter and never Christmas. And the White Witch has a curse on it. And Mr. Tumnus says he's one of her spies. You know, he says, doesn't anyone believe me?
Frankly, no. It's only been a minute since you said goodnight to the professor.
Is that all the time it's been?
That's all, little dreamer. You and Peter read too many books.
Tell us all about it, Lucy. All about the White Witch and Mr. Tumnus, whoever he is.
He's a fawn.
And how it's always winter and never Christmas. Everything.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean you believe all that stuff, Pete?
That's a wardrobe, not a refrigerator.
So?
So, how did she get snow on her slippers?
Oh, Peter, you believe me.
We're too late. Too late what?
Too late to find Tumnus and Dr.
Ow!
I'm sorry, I meant we're too late, Your Majesty.
Don't bring it again. Unless you wish to join the statuary.
No, Your Majesty. I mean, yes, Your Majesty. I'll remember.
We must do something about our spies. That rabbit spy swore they'd still be here.
I know where Tumnus lives.
Bring him to me tomorrow then. He'll make a clever little statue for the guard. Perhaps with a bowl in his hands for a bird bath.
There aren't any birds, Your Majesty.
Ow! Ow!
And it's been winter in Narnia since anybody can remember. And I guess it will be until Aslan... Who? I promised I wouldn't say the name. I suppose he's some kind of an enemy of the White Witch. And it's dangerous to talk about him.
But what's his name? That you're not supposed to mention.
I'm not sure. Mr. Tumnus was too frightened to tell me.
Isn't that sort of suspicious?
Oh, knock it off, Edmund. Lucy wouldn't tell lies. Or tell us again, Lucy, how you went through the wardrobe.
Well, I just stuck my head in at first. And then I climbed all the way in. Past all the coats and furs.
Yes? What then?
It seems like there were 1,000 coats and furs in there. And finally, I came to a door. And I opened it. And there I was on a path through the forest.
No sign of life?
No, but there was a sign. It said, "Careful, nymphs, dryads, and unicorns crossing."
And then you came to a lamppost and Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus. He was very nice and very, very frightened.
I think this wardrobe needs looking into. Maybe even going into.
Now? It's almost dinner time. I'm hungry. You always are.
It is a little late, but time doesn't seem to mean anything the other side of the lamppost.
Tomorrow will be soon enough. This wardrobe has been here for goodness knows how long. It'll keep till tomorrow.
Dinner in 20 minutes, my friends, in case you wish to freshen up.
Thank you, sir.
Do you think you can find your way to the dining hall? From here, you almost need a map.
We will, sir. But I hope your housekeeper isn't sick.
Oh, no. She's been busy all afternoon showing guests through the house and grounds. So she delegated me to announce dinner.
If it's usually at the same time, sir, it won't need to be announced. You'll just be there.
It's a very sound idea from what I estimate to be a very sound young man. Have you had a pleasant afternoon?
Oh, yes, Professor. This seems to be a very interesting house.
In grounds. It is indeed. It has a strange history, as has this whole countryside. That's why we have an almost daily procession of tourists. We charge them a shilling a head, which helps the income of a certain professor.
You're a professor of mythology, sir. Do you believe in witches, unicorns, dryads, and that sort of thing?
Frankly, Peter, I have an open mind. May I ask what brought the question up?
Well, Lucy claims
She may have fallen asleep, and it was a lot of quiet down, everybody. Lucy had a rather peculiar experience, sir.
I'd dearly like to hear about it tomorrow. Believe me, you'll have a respectful audience. But now, it's dinner time. And you have only 3 minutes to wash up before we say grace.
He's nice. I like him.
I'll be interested to see what he thinks of Lucy's experience.
I want to ask him how the wardrobe is and where it came from. He believes in dryads and nymphs. He should be a casting director at Disney. There is another professor. If you ask me.
Nobody's asking you. Okay, get washed up. Let's be late for dinner our first night here.
Score a few points for Lucy. This is weird. It's cold here. I should have a coat.
Whoa there. This is the price, Your Majesty.
Who are you? And what? I'm Edmund. Is that how you address a queen? I'm sorry. I didn't know, Your Majesty. Not know the Queen of Narnia? Well, I promise you'll know very soon. But I repeat, what are you? I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. I'm just a boy that... You mean you're a son of Adam? Well, whatever else you are, I can see you're an idiot. Now, once and for all, answer me before I lose my patience. Are you human? Yes, Your Majesty. Then how dare you enter my dominions?
Easy there. You want to touch this?
Answer me, boy! How dare you enter my dominions? I just came through a door, and here I was. A door? A door to Narnia? From the world of men? This could wreck everything. But he's alone and easily dealt with. My poor child, how cold you look. Come sit on this log with me. I'll wrap my mantle about you and we'll talk. Perhaps something warm to drink? It isn't much, but it's quite powerful and will give you warmth and strength. That's very good, Your Majesty. Thank you. It is dull to drink without eating. What best do you like to eat? Turkish delight, I think. Very discriminating. I can see you are of a taste and culture. Do you know anyone else who has ever been to Narnia?
Yes, Your Majesty. My sister Lucy has been here. My other brother and sister haven't been here yet.
But you'll bring them. I'd like so much to meet them. You'll bring them to me.
I'll try. Is there any more Turkish delight?
All the Turkish delight you want. When you bring your brothers and sisters to me.
I'll try tomorrow.
We'll all go to my castle. You'll find it quite delightful. Oh, and Edmund, I have no son to carry on the royal throne. I might adopt you and make you the Prince of Narnia. Wow, me? A prince? With all the Turkish delight you want. What's the matter? Have you lost something?
No, but Lucy, my sister, said that she had talked to a fawn named Mr. Tumnus. I thought maybe he...
Oh, Mr. Tumnus, the fawn. That. I'm sorry to tell you, but he went with an unfortunate accident. Or will soon.
That's too bad.
Isn't it? Until tomorrow,
Can you find your way back?
Well, Your Majesty, I think I...
There. That way. Straight ahead. Oh, and Ed,
Yes, Your Majesty.
let us keep our meeting just between us. Shall we? Make it a surprise.
Yes, ma'am, if you say so. Prince Edmund. Prince Edmund.
That was a fine dinner.
Wasn't it good?
I don't think Miss McCready likes us. Not at all.
Well, I don't like her.
And you hardly touched the food.
It wasn't very good.
It was delicious.
You didn't even want any dessert. You always eat dessert.
I like Turkish Delight.
Listen to him. Turkish delight.
If I happen to like it, what's wrong with that?
I think something happened to Edmund. He hardly said a word all through dinner.
Oh, nothing happened to me. But wouldn't it be interesting to see if any of this story Lucy's told us is true?
What do you mean?
Do you think we should take a look inside the wardrobe?
I bet you fixed the other side of the lamppost.
I have not.
There wasn't any time. It was only a few minutes after dinner.
Time doesn't mean anything the other side of the lamppost. Children, are you in there?
Oh dear, she's coming.
She doesn't like us. I'm showing guests to the house, and I don't want you making any disturbance.
We better hide. Where shall we go?
Into the wardrobe. She'll never find us there.
All right, let's go.
Be off with you. You get a cold breakfast, a cold lunch, and a cold dinner.
Into the wardrobe. We might need one of these coats.
Who thinks of a mothball?
So there's something sticking in my back.
Is it cold?
It's cold. Wet too.
I feel a tree. And look, it's getting lighter. Over there.
I told you it's always winter here.
Then we each better wear one of these coats.
No one's going to care.
I've got one.
So bad.
This wet stuff is snow. Why, I do believe we've gotten into Lucy's wood after all.
What do we do next?
I say, ought we be bearing a bit more to the left? I bet there's a castle over there or something.
So, you really were here, weren't you? And you're pretending Lucy was telling lies.
Of all the poisonous rats, I'll pay you for this. You wait and see.
I think Lucy ought to be the leader. Where should we go, Lucy?
Let's try to find Mr. Thomas. He's the nice farm I told you about.
Wait, look. There's something there. And the bush is motioning at us. There it goes again.
Behind that big tree.
Hush.
What is it?
You must come with me, but be very quiet.
How do we know we can trust you?
Here you can't trust anyone, not even the trees. Even some of them on her side. You're not safe out here in the open.
I trust you.
Are you the sons and daughters of Adam and Eve?
Some of them.
I still don't know that we can trust you.
Here is my token.
That's the handkerchief I gave Mr. Thomas.
Poor fellow.
Did something happen to him?
Yes, he thought they were onto him. He gave me that handkerchief just before the secret police came to take him. He told me to meet you here and lead you on. They say Aslan is on the move. Perhaps he has already landed.
Aslan. I like that name.
What about Mr. Thomas?
Shh, not here. I must bring you to where we can have a real talk and also dinner. I'll lead the way, but be careful, don't slip. Here's where we enter the tunnel. Go in hand, sons of Adam and daughters of Eve. One of you take hold of my tail.
Where are we? It's so damp and cold.
I feel water on the walls. Are we under a lake or a river?
Yes, under the lake my dam created.
Is it safe?
For my friends, yes. But for the friends of the White Witch, the walls sometimes collapse.
Perhaps the White Witch isn't as bad as they say.
You almost sound as if she has you under a spell.
Of course she doesn't. How do you tell friends from enemies?
There's a signal.
What is it?
I'll tell you when the time comes.
Tell me now.
Mr. Beaver will tell us at the right time.
We're almost there. Mrs. Beaver, I found them. Here are the sons and daughters
Adam and Eve.
So you've come at last. Do you think that I should ever live to see this day? The potatoes are burning and the kettle's singing. And Mr. Beaver caught us nice fish this morning.
Let's eat. Our guests look hungry. And do take off your coats. It's warm and snug in here.
Can we help?
We'll set the table.
I took a peek outside the window a minute ago. It's starting to snow.
For once, that's all better. If anyone were trying to follow us, he won't find our tracks.
What about Mr. Tumnus?
Ah, that's bad business. Very, very bad business. There's no doubt he was taken off by the police. I got that from a bird who saw it done.
Where's he been taken to?
They were heading northward, and that means that they've taken him to the White Witch's house. What will happen to him? We don't know for sure. Not many that go in ever come out again. He has tons of statues in the courtyard, up the stairs, and in the hall. We think she turns them into stone. Statues. Stone statues.
Can we rescue him?
Not a chance.
It may be different now that Aslan is on the road. Now all of you sit here.
Who is Aslan?
Aslan? Well, you don't know? He's the king. He's the lord of the whole wood. And not often here, you understand. Never in my time or in my father's time has he been here. But word has been sent that he's back. He'll settle the White Witch as the old rhyme. Wrong will be right when Aslan shows his might. At the sounds of his roar, sorrows will be no more. When he bares his teeth, winter will meet its death. And when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. You'll understand when you see him.
But shall we see him?
Why, daughter of Eve, that's what I have brought you here for. I'm to lead you to where you can meet him.
I do want to meet him, though it does scare me a little.
That's right, son of Adam. And so you shall. Word has been sent that you are to meet him tomorrow at the great stone table. There's another old rhyme. When Adam's flesh and Adam's bone sits at Cair Paravel enthroned, the evil time will be over and done, so things must be drawing near an end now.
But isn't the witch human?
She'd like us to think so, but she comes from the jinns and the giants. There's not a drop of real human blood in the witch, and that's why she's bound to be afraid, because there are 4 of you.
But, hush, Susan. Go on, Mr. Beaver.
Down at Cair Paravel, which ought to be the capital of the whole country for as it should be, down at Cair Paravel, there are 4 thrones. And there's another little saying we have here. Time out of mind, and 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve sit at the 4 thrones in Cair Paravel. Not only will the White Witch's reign be over, but her life. So if she knew about the 4 of you, your lives wouldn't be worth a shake of my whiskers.
We aren't far anymore. Edmund's gone. Where is he?
Who saw him last?
Where's Edmund? Edmund!
Sorry, Mr. Beaver, but it looks as though Edmund has gone off. We'll have to divide into 4 searching parties, look north, south, east, and west.
Searching party, son of Adam, what for?
Why, to look for Edmund, of course.
He can't be far.
There's no point in looking for him.
He can't.
Far off.
There's no use in looking for him.
We've got to find him. What do you mean to say there's no use in looking? The reason is, we know where he's gone. Don't you understand? He's gone to her. He's gone to the White Witch. He's going there to try us. Edmund, he wouldn't do that. Would he?
Mark my words, Edmund has already met the White Witch and joined her side. The moment I laid my eyes on him, I said to myself, treacherous. He has the look of someone who has been with the White Witch and eaten her food. You can always tell. It's something about their eyes.
Can't we search for him? Try to win him back?
Our only hope is Aslan. She'll try to use Edmund to catch all of us. Remember the old saying?
We must be off. We have no time to lose. Angelica, Mr. Beaver, reach down and grab that ant. We'll need tea and sugar and matches. Susan, grab some legs on that path over there. Oh dear, I suppose my sewing machine is too heavy to bring along.
Yes, much too heavy.
Hadn't we better hurry? We have a few minutes.
Best be off.
Where?
To the great stone table to meet Aslan. Best be off. Not a moment to lose.
Look now, there's a tunnel!
Hurry! Hurry!
What got into
which means they'll be able to follow our tracks.
Should we run for it, Mr. Beaver?
I think so.
Am I just warm from running, or isn't it now quite as cold as it was?
It's warm, and I'm tired. Could we rest a minute?
Let's. Mr. Beaver, do my eyes deceive me, or is that a crocus? There!
It is a crocus, and it is warmer.
Listen, a bird!
And you can hear water running. The snow is melting.
Can it be? At long last, the spell is starting to break.
Mrs. Beaver, I do believe you are right. The White Witch's power is crumbling.
Whoa! Whoa there! I see some friends of mine.
Can it be?
It is. It was always winter, but never Christmas. Not anymore. But here comes Father Christmas.
I've come at last. She kept me out for a very long time. I finally got in. Aslan is on the move. The White Witch's magic is weakening.
We're so glad to see you.
And I'm glad to see you. You're needed here in Narnia. And now for your presents. For you, Mrs. Beaver, there's a new and better sewing machine. I'll drop it in your house as I pass by. It zigzags, I believe.
Zigzags, but, sir, if you please, the house is locked.
Locks make no difference to me. And now, for you, Mr. Beaver, when you get home, you'll find your dam mended and finished, and a new sluice gate fitted in.
I can only say thank you. Thank you.
Peter, Adam's son,
Here, sir.
the time to bear these is at hand. Bear them well. Susan, Eve's daughter, use this bow only in great need, for young ladies shouldn't fight. And if you are ever in great trouble, blow on this horn, and help will come to you. Eve's daughter, Lucy, in this bottle is a cordial made from the fire flowers that grow on the mountains of the sun. If ever someone is hurt, a few drops of this cordial will restore him. And this dagger is to cut the cords or the ropes that bind someone you love. Now, I must hurry. I've far to go and much to do. A Merry Christmas to all, and long live the true King!
There's hope! Now I know there's hope!
The battle isn't won yet, but it can be won. Now let's be off to the great stone table.
When I'm King of Narnia, I'll get all these ugly statues out of the way. Snow and cold. What an ugly place. But this must be the way to the castle. Who's there? Who's there? Stand still, stranger, and tell me who you are. If you please, sir, my name is Edmund, and I'm the son of Adam, Her Majesty met in the wood the other day. I've come to bring her the news that my brother and sisters are now in Narnia, quite close, in the beaver's home. She wanted to see them.
I will tell Her Majesty. Meanwhile, stand still on the threshold and value your life.
They look like forest creatures turned to stone. But of course they did something wrong. If I twisted your nose, it wouldn't hurt you at all, would it? Because you're stone. You see, I was smarter than you were. Sometimes you have to be bad, even tell lies. See, now that didn't hurt at all, did it? Next time, do as you're told.
Come in, fortunate favorite of the queen, or else not so fortunate.
I've come, Your Majesty.
How dare you come alone? Did I not tell you to bring the others with you?
Please, Your Majesty, I've done the best I can. I brought them quite close. They're in the little house with the dam with Mr. and Mrs. Beaver.
Is this all your news?
No, Your Majesty, we're going to meet Aslan at the Great Stone Table.
Aslan? Aslan? Is this true? If you lied to me?
Oh no, it's true. Something about a prophecy. Wrong will be right when Aslan shows his might. I was helping out. They were saying something about when out of flesh and out of bones did it parabel and throne.
Get my sled ready. The one without the bells.
Your Majesty?
Silence, fool. Send the black vultures to see if anyone is at the beaver's cottage.
Please, Your Majesty, may I have some Turkish delight? You said.
Oh, be still.
But I'm so hungry and I've come so far.
I guess I can't have you fainting on the way. Bring the human creature something to drink.
You certainly have a lot of statues here.
Just people who dared to doubt that I was queen. You might remember that.
Of course you're the queen, and I'm to be your prince.
You? My prince?
But you promised.
Promise? Promise a worm like you?
But you said if the four of us.
You only came yourself. One is of much use to me.
But if he captured the others.
We'll kill them.
Kill them?
Of course.
You kill my brother and my sisters?
Oh, Ed. I wouldn't kill them. I'd just let them be statues a while with the others.
What's this?
The dinner.
This? But it's nothing but cold water in a dirty iron mug with stale bread.
Good enough for the likes of you.
I was promised Turkish delight. You promised.
Eat, slave, and be thankful.
Well, I suppose a thank you.
Do you think the others have reached the stone table by now?
Perhaps the wind spelled down and bring us news.
Bad news is good news, and good news is bad news.
4 friends in care Parabel. How from the fair filled. That would not fulfill the prophecy.
Do you think it would make a difference now that he is here?
He may not stay long. Courage has many battles to fight. We can fall upon the other 3 and destroy them.
You better kill him at once.
No. Let's kill him at the great stone table. That's where it's always been done. It's the proper place.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Fly! Fly!
What is it?
They're at the stone table. All of them. Fly! Fly!
Who? Who is at the stone table?
The sons of Adam are there. The daughters of Eve. The centaurs, the beavers, the deer, the fawns, and Aslan. Aslan is there too. They're flying their colors and are ready for war. And I'm afraid they're coming here.
War?
It's war. War. So fly! Fly!
No! There need be no flying. Go quickly. Summon all our people to join me. Summon all my allies. Call out the giants and the werewolves. Call the ghouls. Call the goggles and hags and specters. We will fight them. For have I not still my wand? With this, can I not turn them all to stone? Bind him!
But you promised.
Ed, you're going to get what you deserve. What vanity and selfishness always gets.
What are you going to do with that knife?
First, I'm going to sharpen it. Then, I'm going to use it on you. It's too bad you couldn't kill me at the great stone table. That's where it's always been done with traitors. But, we can do it here, and you'll be just as dead.
Hurry, Your Majesty!
But I'm not a traitor.
Yes, you are. And you would be a better judge than I.
No one.
Then we understand each other. I stole my throne and my crown. But if we have it, what difference does it make how we got possession of it? Right, Edmonds?
Yes, Your Majesty.
There's a great army coming and Aslan is leading them. Fly! Fly!
Fly? Fly? And why should we fly? With this, can I not turn them all to stone?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I will not run away. Soon, I will have rows and rows of stone statuary. Every road and path in the country will be full of them. My garden will be full of them. Everyone who doubts me will be turn to stone, covered with snow. For in Narnia, it's always winter that never ends.
Please, Your Majesty, don't kill me.
I must, for then the prophecy can never be fulfilled.
Rebecca! That is the doorstep. Some sentries are already over the wall. Fly, fly!
Where are the hags? Where are the ogres? I summons them.
Coming now. Our forces are assembled.
My wand! My wand!
Clear your throat.
I need my wand!
There you are.
Yes, son of Adam. Here I am. And here are the hags, the ogres, and the werewolves. See how I turn my enemies to stone? For unless you surrender, I will turn all of you into stone.
Never, for courage never surrenders. Now let us fight for freedom.
I shall dispose of you myself. As the head of the secret police, I like to dispose of people.
I must get her wand. Be careful. I'll get behind her.
How are you free?
Every man is needed, Your Majesty. For shame, Edmund. Oh, Peter, don't you understand? Never mind, Susan. If we don't get to the witch soon, we'll all be turned to stone.
More hags! More goblins and more werewolves? See how I turn my enemies to stone? Soon we'll be victors! Now, forward!
Yes! Forward, everyone who believes in freedom and justice! We have broken her magic and courage will win!
No! 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 Wait! Wait! Don't run! Wait! Wait! Fly! Fly!
There's nowhere for you to go.
Aslan is conquered! The White Witch is dead! Aslan is king again!
Mercy! Mercy!
And her army is surrendering!
But how are we to bring all these statues back to life?
I will do that. For the winter is over, the birds are all returning, and spring is here. Aslan was only to breathe on them for all of our friends to live again.
You must know, sons of Adam and daughters of Eve, the breath of courage is breath of blood.
So, the fight for freedom in Narnia was won. Aslan brought all the frozen folk of the forest back to life. It just took the breath of courage. Freedom always needs that. But soon Aslan was gone. He had so many other battles to fight, and this made us all sad. But then, Peter and Edmund and Lucy and Susan were crowned as our royal kings and queens, and how glad they were. They wore royal robes of purple trimmed in ermine that sun-splashed day, and the bells rang gaily, and we all cheered and cheered, for we knew we would have years and years of peace, and spring, and summer, and when winter came, it wouldn't last long. And there'd be lots of Christmases. Then one day, many happy years later, while they were out riding, Peter and Edmund and Lucy and Susan found that same lamppost. They'd almost forgotten it, but in just a moment they hurried through those wardrobe doors and into their playroom. And do you know what they had found? They'd been in Narnia for years and years, happy years for us. But in just a moment before, all four of them at first went into the wardrobe, and Mrs. McCurdy was still just outside the door. And I want you to all come and visit us one day. Mr. Thomas will lead you through the forest to my house, and Mrs. Beaver and I will fix you a fine meal. Goodbye!